IFRS Accounts Advanced course. Hello, my name is David Potts. I'm delighted to be able to tell you a bit more about this two-day IFRS accounts course that we provide at Redcliffe, which looks at some of the more advanced and challenging aspects of preparing a set of IFRS compliant accounts or financial statements. By my background and training, I am a UK qualified accountant, and maybe like many of you, when I first learned accounting, I learnt the local rules, so that the UK accounting rules, and then had to start using IFRS when it became much more high profile, almost as my second language. And it can sometimes seem challenging and very demanding to get up to speed in terms of what is different, what is it expecting. This two-day course is designed to concentrate on some of the more detailed aspects of IFRS accounts, some of those areas which we know over our time at Redcliffe can lead to the more kind of problems from preparers in terms of making sure they're getting everything right. The webinar is designed to be a comprehensive guide as far as we can within 2 days. A lot of the topics we're looking at, you could spend a lot more time on them, but the idea that we've always had is to give you a roadmap through all of the regulatory guidance. Luckily now, IFRS does provide a lot of the information free online. There's a lot of technical resources available, but that in itself can be a challenge in terms of where do I start, where do I look. I try and run this course so it does give you the kind of clear kind of vision and overview through all of that on the topics we're looking at. It is designed as a course to build on what we will cover on the IFRS Accounts Intermediate course. And that course does look really at just a complete set of IFRS accounts at a kind of introductory level more. This is building on certain aspects. I also will always try and give as practical guidance as I can. And if there are areas which are more contentious, if there are areas which are more debatable within the professions, where auditors are maybe raising questions, where regulators are more concerned, I will try and give some kind of practical guide to how you could comply with that requirement. I am not a member of a regulatory body. I'm not an auditor. I do work with a lot of auditors and regulatory organisations, but I do try and keep myself independent, so I can give you an independent view on what will be acceptable. The programme for the 2 days covers probably some of the most hot and challenging topics. We will spend most of the first day looking at business combinations in all of their various types and arrangements. We will look at the details of IFRS 3. We will look at the details in IFRS 10 in terms of what does it mean by control, what does it mean by a business for a business combination, how do you deal with things like a merger as compared with an acquisition, all of the basic consolidation techniques and requirements of those IFRS. And we will also look at some of the more, again, challenging aspects. If you have overseas operations, if there's more complex group arrangements with subgroups and disposals, I will take you through the complete process. We will then look at financial instruments, again in more detail, all of the current requirements of IFRS 9, valuation of assets, revaluation of assets, the new requirements for estimating credit losses on financial assets, how to deal with liabilities, what we mean by amortized cost accounting, things to watch out for where you have arrangements like a preference share, which is maybe not immediately all that it seems. And we will go through the requirements for derivatives, some of the more typical derivative transactions like currency contracts, for example. And then finally, we will look at IFRS 16 on leasing, the new requirements for dealing with right of use leased assets. What has to be reported on your balance sheet, what doesn't have to be reported on your balance sheet. If it's not on your balance sheet, how do you deal with it? And all of the more technical accounting implications around that, including the kind of impacts of things like if the landlord grants you a rental holiday where you don't have to pay for a certain period. That is what we will cover over the 2 days. I do hope to be able to welcome you on the course at some point in the near future. Thank you for listening.